What's happening, you beautiful Whites army? Your boy is absolutely buzzing right now because 3 massive stories have just exploded across our beloved Leeds United. And trust me when I say this, you're gonna want to sit down for this one. We're talking about contract drama that could make or break our Premier League dreams, leadership revelations that will give you goosebumps, and a transfer hunt that's got Daniel Farke setting his sights on world-class talent. I'm talking about a Welsh wizard who's demanding respect, a defender who's becoming an absolute legend before our very eyes, and a mysterious midfielder who's being compared to one of Europe's most expensive prospects. The 49ers are working overtime. Farke's got his tactical master plan in motion, and the Whites army is about to witness something spectacular. But here's the thing. Each of these stories connects in ways that will blow your mind and could determine whether we're celebrating Premier League survival or crying into our pints come May. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that what happens with these 3 situations could define the next decade at Elland Road. Smash that like button right now. If you're ready for this roller coaster, drop a comment telling me which story worries you most, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing? We're about to dive deep into the first bombshell that's got every Leeds fan checking their phones every 5 minutes. You ready, Whites Army? Because this first revelation about our player of the season will either have you dancing in the streets or punching walls, and honestly, I'm not sure which one it will be. Right, Whites Army, here we go with the first absolutely mental piece of news that's got every Leeds fans group chat going absolutely bananas. Our Dan James. Yes, the same Welsh magician who saved our souls in the Championship, who carried us on his back when everything looked lost, who became the heartbeat of Daniel Farke's revolution, is in contract talks right now, and it's not going the way you think. The 49ers have offered Dan James a new deal, but here's where it gets absolutely wild. They want him to take a massive pay cut from his original $25 million signing contract. Can you believe that? This is the man who scored 13 goals and grabbed 7 assists when we needed him most, who literally carried us through the darkest championship moments, and now they're asking him to slash his wages just because we're back in the Premier League. Dan James isn't just any player, he's our player. He's the Welsh wizard who turned from Manchester United reject to Leeds United legend. Remember that thunderbolt against Southampton at Wembley that nearly sent us up? Remember those crucial goals against Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth and Middlesbrough that kept our promotion dreams alive? This man bled white for 2 seasons straight. But here's the kicker. White's army, sources close to Dan James say he's actually willing to consider this pay cut. The 27-year-old Welsh international, who could walk into most Premier League teams right now, is ready to sacrifice his own financial future because he believes in what we're building at Elland Road. That's not just loyalty, that's pure undiluted love for this football club. The problem is, his current contract runs until 2026, which means if we don't get this sorted now, other clubs are going to start circling like vultures in January. We're talking about a player who's hit his absolute prime, who knows Farke's system inside out, and who's proven he can deliver when the pressure's on. This isn't just about money, White's army. This is about respect. This is about showing a player who gave everything for this club that we value him as much as he values us. And with Celtic and other clubs already sniffing around our transfer targets, we cannot afford to lose Dan James over contract negotiations. The clock is ticking, the 49ers are playing hardball, and our Welsh wizard is caught in the middle of it all. But wait until you hear what's happening with our defensive rock, because this next story will restore your faith in everything beautiful about Leeds United. Whites Army, prepare yourselves because this second story is going to give you chills. While we're sweating bullets over Dan James, our defensive colossus Joe Rodon is out here proving why he's not just a player. He's a future Leeds legend in the making. Last night, our Joe Rodon scored his first ever goal for Wales in their 3-0 demolition of Liechtenstein. And it wasn't just any goal, it was a bullet header that had Welsh fans losing their absolute minds. But here's what will make you love this man even more. This was his 50th start for his country in just 53 appearances. At 27 years old, he's already become irreplaceable for Wales. But listen to what BBC pundit Dave Edwards said about our Joe Rodon. He's a leader, he's already on 50 appearances, and he's another one who could be captain material. He does it at Leeds. Captain material, White's army. This man is being talked about as future Wales captain while wearing the white of Leeds United. Think about this for a second. Joe Rodon has now played more games for Leeds United than any other club in his career, 98 appearances in white, and he's not even close to being finished. This Welsh warrior has found his home at Elland Road, and everyone from teammates to international pundits can see it. Larry Nance has praised his leadership, Daniel Farke relies on him as the backbone of our defense, and now Wales are looking at him as their next captain. Joe Rodon doesn't just play for Leeds, he lives for Leeds. You can see it in every tackle, every header, every moment he puts his body on the line for this club. With Illan Meslier likely heading for the exit door this summer, Joe Rodon is being lined up as our third choice captain. Behind Ethan Ampadu and Pascal Struijk, we're talking about a leadership group that could define Leeds United for the next decade, and Joe Rodon is right at the heart of it. The man just gets it at Leeds United. He understands the history, he feels the passion, he knows what it means to wear this shirt. At 27, he's entering his absolute prime years, and he's doing it as a Leeds United player. We're not just watching a defender, we're watching the birth of a club icon. But while Joe Rodon is cementing his legendary status, Daniel Farke is plotting something that could change everything about our Premier League campaign. This third story involves a mystery midfielder who's being compared to football royalty, and it's got implications that stretch far beyond this summer. Right, White's Army, buckle up, because this final bombshell is the one that could determine whether we're celebrating Premier League, survival, or planning another championship campaign. Daniel Farke has set his sights on Angers captain Himad Abdelli, and when I tell you the stats behind this potential signing, you're going to understand why this could be the most important transfer of our summer. Himad Abdelli isn't just any midfielder. This 25-year-old Algerian captain has been putting up numbers that match Florian Wirtz. Yes, you heard that right. The same Florian Wirtz who's moving to Liverpool for megabucks. In progressive ball carries across Europe's top 7 leagues, Himad Abdelli is right there with him. Wirtz with 112, Abdelli with 112. Identical numbers. This African maestro guided Angers to a solid 14th place finish in League One, proving he can handle the pressure of keeping a team in a top European league. Sound familiar, White's Army? Because that's exactly what we're going to need in the Premier League. A leader who knows how to grind out results when the going gets tough. But here's what makes this signing absolutely genius. While every other Premier League club is fighting over the same big-name targets, Daniel Farke is thinking 3 steps ahead. While Everton are trying to steal Gustavo Hamer from under our noses, we're quietly working on landing a player who could be just as effective for a fraction of the price and hassle. Himad Abdelli isn't just a midfielder, he's a captain. He's proven leadership material who's already used to carrying a team on his shoulders. Remember how crucial leadership was during our championship winning campaign? Well, imagine having that same leadership quality, but with the technical ability to match Europe's elite prospects. The beauty of this potential signing is that it shows the 49ers and Daniel Farke aren't just panic buying, they're building something special. They're identifying players who fit our system, our mentality, and our ambitions. Himad Abdelli represents everything we need: quality, leadership, and the hunger to prove himself at the highest level. This isn't just about one signing, White's Army. This is about a vision. While Dan James negotiates his future and Joe Rodon establishes himself as our defensive leader, Farke is quietly assembling the pieces for a Premier League squad that could shock everyone. White's Army, this is our moment. 3 stories, 3 different paths, but they all lead to the same destination. A Leeds United that's ready to take on the Premier League and show them what marching on together really means. So here's my question for you beautiful people. Which of these 3 stories has you most excited for next season? Are you Team Dan James hoping he gets the respect he deserves? Are you Team Joe Rodon ready to see our Welsh warrior become a club legend? Or are you Team Himad Abdelli believing in Farke's master plan? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that subscribe button if you want more breaking Leeds news, and remember, we are Leeds United and we're coming for everything. MOT.